to the best of your knowledge, is it a crime to turn off an escalator?
It's like I'm sure that all the folks in Georgia who are, losing access to labor and delivery services, or maybe to an ICU because of these Medicaid cuts, or whose groceries have gone up 8% in a year, will be relieved that the president's investigating escalator failures in New York City.
Would you consider passing a law to make escalator sabotage a felony?
I'll have to give that some consideration.
Okay, we can double back on this one. So we appear to be close to a government shutdown. On Thursday, Trump's Office of Management and Budget sent a memo to agencies telling them to identify programs and projects and activities that can be permanently eliminated in the event of a shutdown, as opposed to just a temporary furlough. In other words, they're sort of signaling that they think the shutdown could expedite the DOGE efforts that we've all talked about so much. Do you think that we're going to shut down the government? And do you think that's the right thing to do?
As of our taping this, I think it's too soon to tell, but it doesn't bode well that the president is refusing even to meet with opposition leaders in Congress. I do think this is a big mistake from OMB and the White House and Russ Vought. The mass firings and the DOGE effort were hugely destructive and hugely unpopular. I mean, there's a reason that they kicked Elon to the curb, at least publicly. Like in Georgia, a quarter of CDC employees have been pushed out, or they've tried to push them out. The American public doesn't like mass firings, and I know that it sparks joy in Trump's West Wing to fire hundreds of thousands of public servants. But if what they plan to do is to refuse to talk, in refusing to talk, force a shutdown, and then sort of rampage, the public's going to turn pretty quickly against that.
Trump accused United Nations employees of sabotaging his UN visit because someone briefly turned off an escalator. His surrogates are suggesting this was a grave assault on the president and first lady, and Trump himself tweeted, "The people that did it should be arrested," end quote.